This is the new set I got. Hopefully I have the voltage display there. And of course we got a key. Be alright. I can feel how stiff this is, right? Screwdriver here, I'm gonna get on this guy just a little bit here. I think it'll come right off once I do this. So yeah, let me measure this dude here and see what we got. $34. I think we got it here, folks. Crank up the second one here. Cleaned up pretty nice on the lathe. Actually, and this has got a bevel here, so you got to put that bevel side down. It's also got a tapered bevel here that this guy's got to fit into. So that goes on top of that, but not just yet. Same thing on the bottom. It goes upward. It's got that bevel there. It goes in the bottom there. So primarily just this guy. It's got to go on there. Nice and flat. And then this, of course, the bevel's got to go upward on this one because this is the bottom one. Yeah, that's going to be dandy. Woohoo! Okay. That should fit right on in there. This guy's got to flip on over. And though, this has got to go this way. Got to give it appropriate slack here though. See if I can do something knocking off the top one here. There she goes. Oh yeah. Here we go. Now we're talking. Okay. Now, got that dude on in there. No slop. That's what we're looking for, is no slop. Lift this dude off the stand. It ain't helping me anymore. Yeah. This way here. It's definitely cranked a little bit. That's it. That's it for that. Woohoo! Okay. Yeah, folks, that steering is primo now. Primo. You lean the bike, man, it automatically wants to turn, which is great. That's what you need. You don't have to like fight it and wonder why my equilibrium's wrong. What's wrong with me? It's your steering bearings were locked up. Okay, anyway, back to what we got going here now. You can't hardly see what's going on with all that light. What I got here, folks, is I got two 24 volters and I got two 48ers on the bottom. All 15 amp hour. And so by having two, we have 30 baby, 72 volts, 30 amp hour batteries, which is fantastic. Yeah, it was having great range anyway. I had the old speed controller on there, that 60 amp hour. I put back on my 80. And the reason for that is I can program it to any setting I want. And I want to do that a little bit here with you, and maybe somebody gets some valuable information out of it. Yeah, anyway, I got it all set up. It runs good as is. You can see I got all the cables and stuff that I didn't use, which is blinkers and a variety of things. You know, because the scooter or a motorcycle, whatever, Chinese scooter speed controller, I didn't need all those. All I really need is the throttle, or which is this guy here, and the throttle's also got these two red wires. When you break them, will turn off the power. And so I got the power fed through here, and of course when you flip on the key you get power indication, and you can mash the button over here and it'll take off. Anyway, yeah, I like to use that Gorilla Tape because it's really good anti-vibration, and things won't move around or fall off that easily. But yeah, it looks hunky-dory, but I want it reliable. It's not going to a show. It's going to ride my butt around. Anyway, I'll show you how I do this. The one thing you have to do before you connect it up to your computer is you have to connect it through here, which this is, of course, just a Bluetooth sender, which I haven't had much success with programming it with that. But they do send you this cable, programming cable. You plug the fat part in to your, the big part, into your computer, and the shorter end goes into this guy here. Yeah, so once you got that dude plugged into your computer, one thing you have to do is you have to unhook this one, which is part of your display wiring. Goes up to this display here. And so for this to work, you have to unplug this one. It goes to your display. You still got to turn on your display. Hey folks, what we got here is right from the Sabvoton website. You can download this driver here. You got to run that on your computer in order to run this program. And then they have some manuals, how to program things. But then you'll have this MQCon English version. You gotta click on that dude and open it up. Usually gives you a warning, said, do you really want to run this? Okay, I think I told it I want to run it before, so it's happy. Now, I got it all plugged in, of course, to the bike. And what you have to do is you have to open the serial port. You may have to test a couple of your ports. These guys are two of my external hard drives I got in the back here. And this one here, of course, hopped right up with, channel 3. Basically, it says COM 3, channel 34. So let's open that port. You saw this guy go green, right? So we got some data. Go to your parameter setting, and if you say upload, that's uploading to us, okay? So it's not uploading to the bike, it's uploading to us from the bike. It's a little bit backwards in my opinion, but whatever. So I uploaded, it said it succeeded, and now you can change some of these parameters, your rated voltage, your under voltage. I got no over voltage turned on. And I got the buttons 3-speed select. I'm not using it, but it just goes into 1-speed, which is fine for me. And see, I got all these gears set at 125, because that's like the max you can do. Now, I'm going to try something here. I'm going to put them all back to 120, because at 125, she growls a bit. It works fine. It's just right around 20 miles an hour up to about 30. It seems to make a funny growling noise. It's not that funny. But anyway, yeah, it's got reverse, but obviously we don't need it. And it also has like your poles for your motor, which I have 46. And then in your phase current, I just got it set to default. They're all to 100. And I got no internal speed limit. Max 100%. I got no electronic brake. It's an external switch. I don't have a switch for the brake. And of course the strength I just got on default. And then I have no cruise control on, but you can set cruise. I don't like it because it's if you're flooring it somewhere and suddenly it's got cruise on, it's not a great thing. So once you have that set, then you download that information to the bike. I know it's backwards in my opinion. So we downloaded it to the bike, and now it says download succeeded. So if I say upload now, you can see it still says that 120 we changed it to, and it says the upload succeeded. And so that's how you change things around. And you have to experiment with it a little bit. If you look at the data display, it'll say what our voltage is. We're at 7869, my Hall state where it's at, and then my throttle voltage is of course sitting at 0.8. Yeah, and that's about how you do it. Then once you're all done with that, you say close. Boom. And she'll go offline just like that. And we're done. You just close her out. we're all done. So now we gotta see what that 120 yields us. The 125, like I said, it was oh man, it was a little too ferocious. It would it'd run this guy right up to 62 miles an hour, and then after that it would, I don't know, maybe 25% more after it gets up to 62, because it would go and so I slowed her down a little bit because dang, like I said, I get on it around 20, it was growling a bit, making a little noise. I let up and punched it again, and it went away. But I don't know, it might be reefing on that 1,000 too much for sure. Seeing how we're hammering roughly 5,000 watts through it. Anyway, let's unplug this dude and see what we get here. See what we get. One thing you want to do also, of course, is turn off your power so everything's down and out before you plug this dude back in. I don't think it matters with the USB so much, but yeah, this guy here might take off or something. Okay, there we have it. Yeah, I might have a mild addiction to Gorilla Tape. Just a mild addiction. However, for somebody who likes to do things over and over and kind of just mess around, it's very handy stuff. Now, I might have an addiction to black paint also. Possibly. Anyway, yeah, the steering's fantastic, and we're going to test out that 120 percentage versus that 125, which, like I said, she was making a little bit of growling sounds. She was a growling. All right, let's tip this dude up on its stand like that, get the wheel off the ground, give her a look here. She's smooth and quiet. Yeah, you see, once it pegged out at 62, it still went up, right? So, yeah, maybe that's okay. Let's give it a shot, see what we got. Yeah, I unhooked one of the phases, and yeah, the motor still turns over hard, so yeah, I think it's probably inside. I got all the phase wires disconnected, even the Hall sensors. Yeah, I tip it up and spin it, still jammed up. So yeah, coils are fried in there, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, no big deal. I'll whip this thing apart. It's you can see some of my bamboo gizmos flying out of there. So they're getting the heat treatment and coming out. There's a couple on the ground there that came right out of the hub there. Ah, yeah, well, I can smell smoke, and you can see this is a piece of something that fried. And yeah, that's the wire that they use to tie things down. Smells a little bit. Oh, here's another broken gizmo. Yeah. Yeah, it can't handle 5 times the power. It certainly can't. That's what happens when you do that, so don't do it. Yeah. If you're riding your e-bike and it's not fun, right? It's just 20 miles an hour or something, barely can climb a hill, you know. Yeah, I'd rather ride it hard and fast and enjoy it. Actually enjoy it for 5 years. I mean, this thing's 6 years old, something like that. And yeah, so it's got a lot of miles on it, but it I ran it at 48 volts most of the time with a reasonable controller, not 72 and 80 amps. So yeah, we fried her pretty good. Yeah, now we know. Now we know. So I got to get probably a 5,000er. That's the bottom line now. Yeah, I've been wanting to get a 5,000er for a long time anyways, but I figured we put this to the test. It's still quite warm, and it smells of smoke. And so yeah, we smoked it. We did. All right. Well, anyway, here you have it. We're gonna bring you back in on the party if we get a new wheel pretty soon. Peace, baby. I love you, man.